Okay, this is chapter 4, section 3, problem 3. They asked us to match the coefficient of determination, r squared, okay, to the scatter diagram. The scales on the x-axis and the y-axis are the same for each scatter diagram. The coefficient of determination measures the percentage of the total variation in a response variable that will be explained by the least squares regression line. Coefficient of determination is equal to the linear correlation coefficient squared. Another way of looking at the coefficient of determination is that it's a number that tells us how much influence the input has over the output. It's a number that tells us just how much influence how much influence the input has over the output. Okay. If r squared is equal to 1, there's a perfect linear relationship between the two variables. The closer r squared is to 1, the stronger the evidence of association between the two variables. So association doesn't necessarily mean causation, though. Okay. So in this case here, when we look at the data here, we see that some are really strong linear, and some are somewhat linear, and almost very weak linear. So looking at them here, we see that r squared has 1.58. We have another one that's a 0.94, and the other one that's really weak is 0.01. Okay, so it's three different ones here. So the one that matches 0.58 is going to be graph 2. For B, it's 0.94. It's the strongest, so that's going to be graph 1. And C, r squared is 0.01, and that's the weakest. So that's going to be graph 3. Matches that one there for C.